Hi student, in the previous video we have studied about the changing internal energy of the system and heat, and in that articles we have discussed the how the internal energy can be changed, and we have studied that is the internal energy can be changed by two ways. First is by heating the system and other is by doing work done by the system or on the system. Today we will learn our next article, that is the first law of thermodynamics. Dear student, this first law gives the mathematical relation between heat and work. And to explain the first law of thermodynamics, consider a ideal gas. Consider a ideal gas enclosed in a cylinder. Enclosed in a cylinder, provided the massless, frictionless, movable piston. Provided the massless, frictionless, movable piston. This is a system. In this example, student, the gas inside the cylinder is acts as a system, and cylinder with a movable piston is acts as an environment. First, we consider the work done by the system, that is work done by the gas, and such that for increasing the volume, work done by the gas for increasing the volume, that means it is the expansion process, and by expansion process the volume of the system will be increases, so the motion of the piston is moves out of the system. Motion of piston is moves out of the system, so its volume is increases and gas will be expanded. So in case of this expansion process, the gas does some positive work on the piston. Gas does some positive work on the pistons. On the other hand, if the work done on the gas, that means in other ways, first is the expansion process, and in second process the motion of the piston such that it decreases its volume, means the gas will be compressed. So the motion of the piston is towards the system. Motion of piston is towards the system. Motion of the piston is towards the system. In the first case, when the gas expanded, then molecule of the gas strike the face of the piston, and so in the expansion process the molecule lose the momentum and it exert the pressure on the piston, so piston moves a finite distance and gas does some work on the piston, and it is a positive. In second case, during the compression process, in the first case the molecule lose the momentum, and in second case molecule gain the momentum by decreasing its volume, and so it exerts the pressure, and in this case gas does some negative work on the piston. Means expansion process, work done by the system, and in compression process, work done on the system. And so consider A is the cross sectional area of the piston, cross sectional area of the piston and cylinder, cross section area of the piston and cylinder, and P be the pressure exerted by gas on the piston, pressure exerted by gas on the piston. P is the pressure, A is the area, so force exerted by the gas, on the piston, that is equal to F equal to PA. What is the picture of this cylinder? That is, it is the cylinder. It is the cross sectional area, that is the A, and it provided the movable piston. And this is a system, and it exerts the force that is equal to PA. The force exerted by the gas on the piston. Due to this force, the piston moves some infinitesimal distance. It is denoted by dx, and so the work done by the gas on the piston, it is given by force times the infinitesimal distance dx. So dw equal to F into dx, and we get dw equal to PA dx. It is also equal to PdV, because of A dx gives the infinitesimal change in volume dV. AdX gives the infinitesimal change in volume dV, and so to find the total work done W, integrating the above equation dW and substitute the limit. If Vi is the initial volume and Vf is the final volume, so limit substitute to integrate the above equation to the limit Vi to Vf. We get integration of Vi to Vf PdV. This is the constant pressure exerted by the gas, and it is taken out from the integral. So we get Vi to Vf dV, and finally P in bracket Vf minus Vi. So W equal to P in bracket Vf minus Vi. That means the amount of work done related to change in volume. Suppose Q is the amount of energy supplied to the system. Q is the amount of energy energy supplied to the system, and system does not do any work, so W equal to 0. System does not do any work, W equal to 0. So amount of energy supplied to the system is only used to change the internal energy, and so we write the internal energy change by amount del U, that is equal to Q. That is equal to Q. On the other hand, if the system do a work by increasing the volume, means it is the expansion process, and we know that, student, in the expansion process the work done by the system, when the work done by the system, temperature of the system is decreases, so internal energy is decreases. Internal energy decreases means work done by the system is do a positive work, and internal energy decreases means it is a negative, means work done by the system, the internal energy becomes negative, work done positive, and work done on the system, the work is negative and internal energy becomes positive. So we write del U is equal to minus W. Del U is equal to minus W. So to combine these two effects, we get del U equal to Q minus W. Del U equal to Q minus W. This is our first equation, and this equation gives the mathematical statement of the first law of thermodynamics. It states that the change in internal energy, is equal to, it is the difference between two quantity. One is the heat supplied to the system and other is work done by the system on the surrounding, is equal to difference between heat supplied to the system, and work done by the system on surrounding. What is the mathematical statement of the first law of thermodynamics? That is, change in internal energy is equal to del U is equal to difference between heat supplied to the system, that is Q, and work done by the system on the surrounding, that is the W. If we rearrange this equation, we get Q equal to del U plus W. And this is the second equation. From this second equation, student, it shows that is the amount of heat supplied to the system is partly used to change the internal energy by amount del U, and remaining heat is used to do some work. And this is the principle of, it is just like a principle of conservation of energy. It is the principle of conservation of energy, that is, energy neither be created nor be destroyed, but it is transferred from one form to other. And so the first law of thermodynamics is the generalization of the conservation principle of energy. Generalization of conservation principle of energy. In this example, student, the quantity Q, W may be positive, negative or zero. So, del U is also may be positive, negative or zero. Positive, negative or zero. Dear student, some sign convention is used for del U, Q and W. For sign convention used. First sign convention, heat transfer to system. Heat transfer to system. That is the Q. Heat transfer to system, then it is considered as a positive. That is positive Q. Second, heat transfer out of system. Heat transfer out of system, it is considered as a negative Q. It is considered as a negative Q. It is a sign convention for heat, and same sign convention for work done. That is third, work done. Work done by the system. Work done by the system means it is the expansion process. It is the expansion process. In this case, work done by the system, it is considered as a positive. It is considered as a positive. And fourth is work done on the system. Work done on the system. It is the compression process. It is the compression process. It is considered as a negative. It is considered as a negative. And same for internal energy. If the temperature is increases, if the temperature is increases, del U is positive. Del U is positive. That means temperature is increases means it is the compression process. So work done is negative. And 6 is if temperature is decreases. Temperature is decreases. Del U is negative. Del U is negative. So then we consider a numerical ways how this internal energy is changed by Q is positive, Q is negative, or W is positive or W is negative. First, we consider a system. First, we consider a system, and suppose amount of heat energy Q is equal to 200 joule and amount of work done by the system W is equal to 100 joule. That means heat supplied to the system, it is a 200 joule. So this Q is a positive, and work done by the system, it is 100 joule. It is considered as a positive, and so by using the first law we write that is del U equal to Q minus W, that is equal to 200 minus 100, that is equal to 100 joule. That is equal to 100 joule. We will take any numerical value, whether 200, 300, 400, 500. Okay, means in this case, that is the amount of heat more than that of the work done. In other case, means it is internal energy is positive. In other case, if the amount of heat supplied is less than that of the work done by the system, then what happened? That is, according to first law of thermodynamics, Q minus W, that is equal to 100 minus 200, that is equal to minus 100 joule. That is equal to minus 100 joule. Means in these two cases, both are considered as a positive. That is heat supplied to the system and work done by the system. Heat supplied to the system and work done by the system. So the direction of the arrow is towards for heat supplied and direction of arrow is out of the system for work done, for positive work done. And if we consider both are for negative, what happened? Both are the negative. If the W equal to minus and Q is also equal to minus, then the direction of the arrow is changes. So in first case, the internal energy is increases, that is del U is greater than 0, and in second case the internal energy becomes negative, that is minus 100 joule. So del U is less than 0, means internal energy decreases. And what happened in this case? If both the quantities are negative, so the direction of arrow is changes, that is work done on the system, it is considered as a negative, and energy supplied out of the system, that is heat transfer out of the system, it is considered as a negative, minus 200 joule. Means more work done on the system than that of the heat out of the system. And so according to first law of thermodynamics, Q minus W, it is equal to minus 200 plus 100 minus 200 plus 100, and this is equal to minus 100 joule. This is equal to minus 100 joule. Means the internal energy becomes negative, that is less than 0. Internal energy becomes negative, that is less than 0. And what happened in this case? If Q is equal to minus 100 joule and W equal to minus 200 joule, means the amount of heat, arrow is changes when work done on this system minus 200 joule is less than that of the heat supplied or heat transfer out of the system, that is the 100 joule. Means the minus 100 joule is more than that of the minus 200 joule. Work done on the system is less than that of the heat supplied out of the system. So according to first law of thermodynamics, del U equal to Q minus W, that is equal to minus 100 plus 200, minus 100 plus 200, that is equal to plus 100 joule. That is equal to plus 100 joule. Means the internal energy increases and it is equal to, that is del U is greater than 0. Del U is greater than 0. And in last case, last case, if the amount of heat supplied, that is 100 joule, is equal to amount of work done by the system, and so according to first law of thermodynamics, del U equal to Q minus W, that is 100 minus 100, that is equal to 0. 100 minus 100, that is equal to 0, means del U, that is the change in internal energy, is 0. From this discussion, student, we studied that is the internal energy may be positive, negative or 0 when Q is positive, negative, or work is positive or negative. This is the first law of thermodynamics, and we will explain by numerical ways. Dear student, the first law of thermodynamics has some limitation. And what is the limitation? This first law of thermodynamics does not tell us on which condition the heat transfer between system and surrounding. Second limitation, first law of thermodynamics does not give the direction of transfer of heat. And first law of thermodynamics, this is the most application in our daily life. First law of thermodynamics, that is the refrigerator, that is the heat engine, power engine. Okay, and according to first law of thermodynamics, finally conclude that it is not possible to make a machine without expenditure any amount of energy. Thank you so much, student. अगर किसी ने चैनल सब्सक्राइब अगर नहीं किया है स्टूडेंट, तो कर लीजिए, सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए। और आप बहुत अच्छा रिस्पांस दे रहे हो स्टूडेंट, आगे भी ऐसा ही रिस्पांस रहेगा आपका, ऐसी मैं आशा करता हूं। और आगे भी इससे जो अपने जो थर्मोडायनेमिक्स के जो चैप्टर है उसके आगे भी ऐसा डिटेल इंफॉर्मेशन आपको मैं बहाल करते रहूंगा, और ये जो चैप्टर है उसको हम कंप्लीट करने की कोशिश करेंगे। अभी हम आगे देखते हैं, ऑनलाइन क्लासेस भी चालू करने के हमारा विचार है, लेकिन जो रेंज का जो प्रॉब्लम है, कभी कभी नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम आता है, उसमें स्टूडेंट डिस्टर्ब हो जाते हैं। लेकिन जो वीडियो है वो वीडियो स्टूडेंट कितनी बार देख सकते हैं, समझ सकते हैं, लिख सकते हैं। तो इसलिए हम सोच रहे हैं कि एक जो चैप्टर है वो हम वीडियो पे कंप्लीट करेंगे, और एक जो चैप्टर है उसको हम देखते हैं अभी आगे ऑनलाइन क्लासेस से कंप्लीट करने की कोशिश करेंगे। थैंक यू सो मच स्टूडेंट।